I think the labeling and the mislabeling and just bringing those topics to like, let's demystify, let's explain. I think there's so much that we can say about mental health that, I grew up thinking, if you say I'll go to the therapist, they're like, oh, you're crazy. You must be crazy. Like, it's such a bad thing to say you went to the therapist. It's just starting from there. So I think the labeling and the mislabeling and just bringing those topics to like, let's demystify, let's explain. And I love that the meeting populations where they are. I mean, that's something that Centro Cultural does a lot. And that means culturally sensitive, and it means utilizing language that resonates for people, like, or right, like deconstructing, simplifying maybe a concept into a way, into a language that resonates, but also a complex concept into something that you can break it down and fragment it so that people can, grasp what that means. And lastly, reflecting the communities that you serve, that the same people, like you were just saying, the youth that develop some or provide some of these programs they themselves have gone through and have gone through some struggles and have healed or in the process of recovery, rather, if that's a better way to describe it. They're the ones delivering this. And I think that's the most valuable thing, that, hey, I understand what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, everybody who stands in NAMI programs is people with lived experience.
Right.
Somebody who has been going through immigration grief, which is a thing, is a real thing.
Of course, right.
Anything, like we have a team of youth that they also have this immigration grief and they didn't even know it. And they've been going to workshops with NAMI and they've discovered
that
they've been through a
right.
lot and they survive, and they want to, and that inspires them to help other youth because they know how hard was that process.
And I think that not knowing that, hey, this sadness or this anger that I'm feeling that is disproportionate comes from somewhere. And if you just kind of trace it back, it's definitely could become a trauma, much, grave trauma. But I think we'll dive deeper, because I know there's a lot of things happening right now in our communities that are affecting and are creating more trauma or unnecessary trauma, it's my personal opinion.